everybody, and welcome back once again for our final week of Inside the Headset. And I got in front of me a very hot coach. It's running good. He's 9-0, and that's the head coach of the Oakland Patriots, head coach Kevin Creasy. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, Stork.
Well, make no bones about it. I mean, it's not like we're keeping it a secret. You're 9-0 right now. Come away with a win on Friday night. I was in Notasulga, Alabama, helping Coach Dye, but talk to us a little bit about your game Friday night and what went on there.
You know, it was an interesting start to a game. You know, we both blocked each other's kicks. There was a lot of different turnovers that were happening in the first quarter, so it was kind of a crazy first quarter. I think it was 7-0 after the first quarter, and then I think we scored the first play of the second quarter, and you know, kind of handled things from there then on out. But it was an entertaining game, to say the least, right there at the beginning.
Came away with the win, put you at 9-0. Are you okay injury-wise? Anybody hurt or anybody banged up right now?
You know, we've had one of our kickers is going to have MCL surgery, so you know, that hurts a little bit.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
Garrett Taylor is a big-time kicker for us and also a big-time soccer player.
Right.
And so he's got to get all fixed up for soccer season. I think he was our high school's MVP as a freshman last year. But he didn't get hurt with playing football, so all the moms out there, don't worry, he didn't get hurt playing football. But we definitely are going to miss him. But with the surgery, you know, if we play week 15, he may be back.
Okay. Well, let's make no bones about it, Coach. Right now, you're 9-0. You're going into your final game. Regardless, you're sitting at a pretty good position for the playoffs and the drawing of the guaranteed first game. And so, regardless of Friday night, we'll talk about that opponent and everything. Talk a little bit about right now, and I know it's a cliche because a lot of media personnel will say, you know, what are you doing? And a coach will respond and says, you know, we're just trying to get better, or we're worried about ourselves or whatever. But right now, more so than ever, if you're in a position like you all are, after Friday, speakingly from myself, seniors aren't seniors no more. Actually, they're playing for their last game, and juniors now become seniors, and sophomores become juniors, and freshmen are no longer sophomores after Friday night. I mean, somewhere along the way, the accountability for the 2016 Oakland Patriots, it's going to be in their hands.
That's right. You know, if they want to continue the season, it's kind of up to them. I think a lot of people benefit from lengthy playoff runs. You know, like I said, we have a bunch of freshmen that we are moving up today. You know, they had a bowl game last night. They won a bowl game, I think, 14-0, 16-0 against Page High School. And so now they played last night. Well, they're going to practice today. You know?
Yes, sir.
And it's kind of like you said, it's kind of like they're now sophomores. You know, their freshman year is over. And so you can benefit a lot from making long playoff runs. I think at Trousdale we had about a 10-year streak of making it to the semifinals. And so that's additional practices, you know. That's an extra month of football that everybody doesn't get. So, you know, just like here, we want to make sure that we get those additional practices in, because it's not just the seniors or the starters benefit.
Right.
It's also the younger guys. And like I said, I think it helps you the next year. You know, everybody in college, you know, wants to make a bowl game. Well, they want to make a bowl game for obvious reasons, but one of the main reasons is also they get those additional practices that they don't always get if they don't make a bowl game.
Well, and also the things of just going through the routine of preparation, being at school on time. Not that you think should be school on time but there has a sense of pride, you know, as you go through the playoffs. Once you get into that system of saying, you know, we've got something at stake here for the 2016, and I'm a part of it. So therefore, I'm a direct reflection of this team. It's not just what you do out there on the field. It's what you do in the classroom on the last test. You know, being a little bit better than just a normal Oakland Patriots student.
Yeah, well, they're held to a higher standard than they should be, you know, because they're kind of in the limelight, representing our whole school right there in front of, you know, sometimes TV cameras, sometimes radio broadcast, and of course, the everyday fan that paid money to come watch. And so, yeah, I mean, there's a higher standard for them, but like I said, there's expectations to get past that first round of playoffs.
Right.
There's expectations to do well this year, and you know, those high expectations hold them to a higher standard too. You know, make them get here and prepare and work and get better at football. You know, but also be a better teammate. You know, be a better student, be a better person. So yeah, we've got ways to go. You know, luckily there's still time, but that second season cranks up. You know, it's win or go home. So it's a little different mindset.
Yeah. So enough of the motivational. I appreciate you participating with me on that. So let's move into Friday night. You got a tough opponent. They're coming in here. We know, and everybody else knows that's watching this program right now. Your next opponent, when they step off the bus, call it whatever you want, but they'll be ready to play.
Yeah, Smyrna will be ready to play. You know, we had a tough game with them last year in the regular season over at their place, and then, you know, we have them at our place, and, you know, luckily we had them at our place, but still, you know, it was tooth and nail back and forth, and went to overtime. So that just shows you that they're the ultimate competitors. You know, they not intimidated by anybody, not worried to go on the road. You know, they had a huge playoff win on the road before they came to us, I think, against Science Hill, a good Science Hill team. So, you know, not afraid to go on the road. Definitely, Coach Williams does a good job. They got some good players. You put good coaching and good players together, you know, they can beat anybody any Friday night. So they've got our full attention.
Well, this will be, and make no bones about it, they got a nice gunslinger. You got a pretty good gunslinger. Talk a little bit about their quarterback, because that's the guy that's going to be trying to put points up, and it will take points to beat the Oakland Patriots, period. So let's talk about their gunslinger, because he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah, definitely. You know, MTSU's offered him up a scholarship, you know, and you look at what kind of quarterback MTSU has this year, for crying out loud. So he's got to be a great player. He's led his team for a couple years now. Had good games against us in the past. It'll be a challenge for our defense. You know, our defense hadn't seen a quarterback quite like him, and it'll be the ultimate test for our defense.
Other than that, anything else going on? Right now, of course, it will be senior night. Let's take the moment to, you know, it's our last show. Is there some kids or anything that you just want to give a little shout out to, or just some of those guys that normally, you know, they're not the ones maybe going out and getting the start on Friday night, but they're, golly, I mean, they don't realize it as much as I guess I do, because I played a lot of sports, but they're a big part of this team, because without even the scout and all the other pieces and parts and the managers and everything else, a lot of people that are seniors now that'll pass that on and give that to a junior, sophomore, those duties or whatever, even the behind the scenes people, you depend on so many people to make this thing run.
No doubt. And, you know, it's good to have senior nights. You know, we're happy to recognize seniors, and you know, it's the players, but also, you know, it's the manager, you know, it's also the cheerleaders, it's people that are associated with our school in these extracurricular activities. So it's going to be cool for the parents, you know, kind of emotional stuff like that. You know, we don't want to get caught up in all that, but we're going to have it at 6:30 before the game.
Okay.
Game kicks off at 7. So everybody's welcome to come out, and, you know, this is a good senior class. They struggled a little bit as freshmen, you know, coming in. And like I said, they've worked together, and there's a lot of role players. You know, we got some star players, and then we got a lot of role players. And, you know, a lot of times with role players, you know, maybe they don't have the best attitude in the world. Maybe they, you know, play the blame game, and if I had done this, or if the coach would do this. But we don't have that, you know, and we're lucky. Guys have accepted their roles on the team, especially the seniors. And because of that, we've had a lot of success.
Well, you know what Coach Dow says? He always tells me, you know, if you want to make a lot of money and get somebody to sell your products or services, don't get the superstar, get the walk-on. You know, get the scout guy, because he's the guy that he's the guy always trying to impress you, and usually he does a pretty good job. And I'm sure you've got some A1 scout people that if you were starting a company or you had to sell window cleaning services or something, I'm sure you got some guys on that scout team that you know right now they'd be top of the board in selling.
That's right. You know, I got a lot of good guys, especially seniors, that I share a foxhole with. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to go to battle with, because they, you know, what kind of guy they are, what kind of stuff they're made out of.
Well, Friday night right here at Ray Hughes Stadium, 6:30 is senior night, and it'll be a big one. Stork Vision will be here, and it'll be the Oakland Patriots and Smyrna Bulldogs. Y'all be here.